All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever looked at your small, everyday savings and wondered if you could turn it into some serious wealth? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how you can take your very first steps into the stock market. So, what if I told you that a number like this, over 50,000 rupees, could actually be a real possibility for you in just a few years? I know, it sounds a little ambitious, right? But what if it's not? The secret is all about starting small. We're talking about the kind of money you might spend on a coffee or a snack. Just 100 rupees a day. But the big question is, can a tiny habit like that really build into something substantial? Let's find out. To get you there, we've got a super simple and clear roadmap. We're going to start with the absolute basics, then I'll show you how to open your free account, walk you through making that very first investment, help you avoid the common mistakes that trip everyone up, and finally, we'll look at your next steps to becoming an even smarter investor. Okay, first up, Section 1. The basics. Look, before you put even 1 rupee into the market, you've got to understand the ground rules. This is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. So, what even is the stock market? Don't let all those complicated charts and graphs scare you. At its heart, it's really just a marketplace where you can buy tiny, tiny pieces, they call them shares, of big companies. And if that company does well, the value of your little piece goes up, and boom, you make a profit. It's really that straightforward. Now, investing is a two-sided coin. On one side, you've got that potential for profit. For instance, say you bought a share of Reliance for 2,500 rupees and it climbs to 3,000. That's a 500 rupee profit right there. But, and this is super important, you have to understand the other side, potential risk. That same share price can also go down, which means you could lose money. And that brings me to the single most important rule for any beginner. Please listen to this. Before you even think about investing, you absolutely must have an emergency fund set aside. You should only, and I mean only, invest your extra money. Never, ever use money you need for important things like rent or school fees. Your financial safety has to come first, always. Let's move on to Section 2, opening your free account. To buy and hold shares, you need something called a Demat account. I know it sounds technical, but trust me, I'm going to show you how to get one set up in just 3 super simple steps. Getting set up is actually really quick. First, you'll just need to scan your PAN card. Second, you link it to a bank account, even a zero balance one will work just fine. And third, you'll do a quick 2-minute video verification, which is basically just a video selfie to prove you are who you say you are. That's it, you're in. So where can you do this? There are some fantastic, really easy to use apps like Grow, Zerodha, and Upstocks that let you open an account for free. And here's a really important tip for beginners. Try to choose an app that offers 0 brokerage fees. This just means you won't get charged a commission every time you buy and hold a share, which is going to save you money right from day one. All right, Section 3. This is where the fun starts, making your very first investment. We're going to look at how you can take a small, totally non-intimidating amount, like your first 100 rupees, and actually put it to work in the market. But hold on, before you use any real cash, here's my number 1 piece of advice. Practice. Download something called a paper trading app. These things let you buy and sell stocks with fake money. Just play around with it for a week or so. It's the absolute best way to get comfortable with the whole process and build your confidence without any of the risk. Okay, once you're feeling ready for the real thing, it's just as simple. First, search for a big, well-known company you're familiar with, something like HDFC Bank or Tata Motors. Second, you literally just click buy to purchase a single share. And third, and this is a real game changer, think about setting up an SIP, or a systematic investment plan. This automatically invests a set amount for you every month. It's an incredibly powerful way to build wealth consistently over time. And this chart, wow, this chart shows exactly why investing is so powerful. Just look at the average yearly returns from the last decade. A normal bank savings account, you're lucky to get 3 to 4%. But a Nifty 50 index fund, which is basically just a basket of the 50 biggest companies in India, has historically returned an average of 12 to 15% a year. That massive difference is how your money can really, truly start to grow. So, how much do you need for one of those powerful SIPs? You really don't need a fortune to get started. You can kick off a consistent, automated investment plan with as little as 500 rupees a month. You see, the key isn't the amount you start with, it's the habit of investing regularly that makes all the difference. Okay, now for a very, very important section, avoiding common mistakes. Knowing what not to do is just as crucial as knowing what to do, especially when you're just starting out. Let's talk about 3 things you absolutely must avoid. So, what are the biggest traps for beginners? First, please don't just blindly follow stock tips from friends or family. Second, try to resist that urge to check your stock prices every single day. It will just make you anxious. And third, and this is probably the most important one, do not panic and sell everything if the market takes a dip. Investing is a long-term game. You should plan to hold on to your investments for at least 1 to 3 years minimum to ride out all the ups and downs. And hey, here's a quick note on taxes, because I know this can be confusing. You don't pay tax on the total amount you invest. You only pay tax on the profit you make when you eventually sell. And for long-term investments, that's typically only around 12.5% of your gains. So don't let taxes scare you. Okay, we're on to our final section, your next steps. You've learned the basics, you know how to open an account, and you know how to make your first trade. So now let's look at how you can keep going and grow from a beginner into a really smart, confident investor. Here are 2 pro tips to keep your journey going. First, start learning to do your own basic research using great analysis apps like Ticker Tape. And second, and I know I sound like a broken record, but it's just that important, start that small monthly sip. Even just 500 rupees a month will let you experience the real magic of compounding. That's when your returns start earning their own returns. It's like a snowball effect over time. So there you have it, the complete beginner's roadmap from understanding the idea to actually taking action. You now have all the knowledge you need to get started. So the only question left is for you. Now that you know the steps, which app are you going to try first?